Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 6 of my GE only challenge. Today we're starting off with no new goals reached, unfortunately, but we are slowly creeping up to the 750 total level, as well as the 10 mil buyable goal for either the player-owned house or to unlock Herblore. Now, I've kind of come to the realization that I'm not realistically going to get 750 total without getting one of the buyable skills. It's definitely possible, but it's going to be quicker to just get the 10 mil and unlock my POH, because that will unlock farming as well and increase my total level much more than grinding out my skills to a higher level, at least at this point. So I've decided I think I'm going to go with construction first, mainly just for the sole reason that I will speed up my farming levels. I can finally get to level 15 farming and then unlock the actual tree farming patch. Now I have a couple questions about this as well. What do you guys think? Do you think I should buy my POH as soon as I have 10 mil, like buy it right away, and will maybe get left over with a little bit of money? Or do you think I should flip my way, make more money until I get to, say, a 15 mil cash stack or a 20 mil cash stack? The benefit there being is once I spend the money, I'll have more left over. The benefit of buying it right away is I can start training my farming up right away because it's time dependent. I'll have more farming levels and more total levels. So yeah, definitely leave a comment with your guys' suggestions regarding that. And thanks again for tuning in to episode 6, and let's get started. Okay, so we're starting off today's episode with some flips. But I did notice in the last episode I got some feedback that people didn't seem to want to see flips all the time, so we're definitely going to try to mix up the content. We're going to get our skills up a lot in this episode. That being said, we do have some potion flips in, most notably the super anti-poisons, giving us about 130k margin on the full buying limit, which is pretty good. Okay, so we're buying 4,270 maple logs. This should be enough to get us, I believe, at least 60 plus. That should be enough. But yeah, maple logs are going to be profitable, which is nice. We're going to get some decent fletching experience, and more importantly, we're not going to lose any money. But once we get to 65 fletching, we can start making diamond bolts, which are actually pretty profitable. Okay, there we go. We're just about to hit another fletching level. We're going to hit 60 fletching just off these maple longbows, and I think we're going to do them all the way till 65. Then we'll switch over to maybe just doing diamond bolt tips, or not tips. We're going to be actually combining adamant bolts and diamond bolt tips into diamond bolts. And with this technique, you can actually profit anywhere from 700k to a mil an hour. That being said, there's a buying limit that restricts it of 10k per 4 hours, and you can do about 25k of them an hour. So it's a little bit of an issue, but in short bursts, it can be profitable, and it won't kill your hands. Alright, there is level 64 fletching, and I thought I had the perfect amount of logs in my bank, but unfortunately I don't think I do. I only have 146 left, which I'm impressed how I managed to mess that up so badly, considering I have a calculator in OSBuddy that pretty much tells you how many you need. That's okay. Okay, so we bought all the maple logs for, I think, 7 GP each, and we're selling the maple longbows for 92 each, which means we're going to profit probably 350k off of these 4,000 logs. It took about, I don't know, 2 hours, so it's not great money, but it is still profit, which is nice. Okay, so one thing we're going to be doing is actually dismantling some serpentine visages. I just had enough money for this, so what you basically do is you buy this Serp Visage, and you hit dismantle, and you're going to get 20k Zulrah scales, and sometimes it's actually worth more to have the scales instantly able to dismantle it. So we're going to sell these for 119 each. 2380 is what we're selling it for, and we bought it for 2330, so a 50k profit pretty well instantly, which I think is really good, and we sold off the maple longbows already. Okay, we have another serpentine visage coming through. One thing worth noting is you can actually do this with all of these Zulrah items, except for the Onyx, but you can use this with Magic Fangs, Serpentine Helms sometimes, and as well Tanzanite Fangs sometimes work. But I found the Serpentine Visage seems to have the cheapest price, and since you get 20k scales no matter what item you break down, it's better to just go with the cheapest one, obviously. Okay guys, there we go. We're just about to hit 65 fletching, and that will unlock the ability to create diamond bolts. Also, we've been able to make ruby bolts for a while. Now, the benefit of the diamond bolt method is you can get really good fletching experience up to like 175k an hour while getting a really good profit, so I'm excited to give this a try. Okay, so we've accumulated about 4 mil in our inventory. That's going to be pretty well enough to do a full bind limit's worth of the bolts. So all we've done is check the price of the diamond bolts and just subtracted off the price of the adamant bolts and the diamond bolt tips. And right now we're left with about I think it was a 20 to 25 GP margin per bolt combination, and you can do 10 at a time. So you're getting about 250 GP like every second, and really good fletching experience. So let's see how much we make off the 9K. Yeah, this fletching experience is so good. We're up to 190K right now, and look, so you just make 10, 70 experience, 70 experience, 70 experience. It's very quick. It's not super click intensive, but you do have to pay attention. Alright, so we're just finishing up the 9K, and we got a fletching level. So from 9K, then we got about 70K fletching experience in about 20 minutes. A little bit more probably, but still extremely good. So we're going to go off and see how much the diamond bolts are selling for right now. And looks like they're selling for 470, so we'll sell these off for, let's see what the margin is first actually. So 470 minus 240 minus 190, so we're going to sell them for 4 mil, 221K. And if we subtract off our costs, it looks like we're going to be left with about 350K for 20 minutes work. That's about a mil an hour, I'd say. Pretty good. Alright, the diamond bolts have sold. Didn't take too long for those, and on top of that we've sold off our super anti-poisons, which is going to bring our cash stack up to about 4.7 mil. So we're about halfway to the 10 mil mark, and of course it's going to start speeding up now. Okay, so it seems like the margin is still really good, 34 now. So we're going to go ahead and buy another, I guess we can afford 10K of these now, so we'll buy another 10K adamant bolts and another 10K diamond bolt tips. And we'll have to leave this in for a while because we did hit the bind limit already, but it's just a good daily thing to do, so we're going to get into a habit of doing this. Because we do have the money for it now, and there we go. Okay, we're just finishing up the other 10K bolts. We did hit another fletching level, bringing us to 67 fletching, and as well we made probably another 300K roughly. We'll have to recheck the margin again because this item does change a lot in price quite a bit. So about 460 is what we're selling it for. Let's go calculate the profit again. So we're selling it for 45.90, taking off 19.10 as well as 23.20. It's going to leave us with 360K in profit and another only 20-25 minutes of work. Okay, so one other thing I've noticed is we can actually upgrade our combat gear. Someone on the last video suggested I just buy a warrior's ring, which I thought why not, and as well as we can upgrade our gear to adamant. Still extremely newbie, but look at that, we got the glory, we got the warrior's necklace, we got the combat bracelet. This is full on tryhard. Okay, we're taking our new adamant armor for a spin. Working out pretty well so far. We're just about to hit another strength milestone. Give me 35 strength. I think our max hit now is up to about 9, which is okay, I guess. Getting a little sick of these guards, but I mean, eventually we'll have access to something new, I guess. So while I said I wasn't going to include as much flipping in this episode, we're just getting some really good flips coming in, so I can't not report them. This one we got 190K profit on, and it was a very quick flip. Once again, we just combined all the pages into the page sets through the GE and sold them. For 190K profit, so that's pretty good. Okay, so what the plan is first we're going to go for 40 strength for the higher max hit, as well as just better experience, and then we're going to go for 40 attack, so we can get the rune scimitar, also going to increase our max hit. Then we're going to go for 40 defense, and then we can actually wear some better armor. On top of that, we can wear the green D-hide set. I do realize we can't actually wear the body without Dragon Slayer, but that's not a huge deal because we'll hit 50 soon enough, and it won't be that big a deal. But anyway, there's 40 strength. Okay, still in the combat grind, we're just about to hit 35 attack. I guess we're getting a little more accurate here, but it's not a great place to train. That being said, I do see like 10 people occasionally in a world, and I have no clue why. There's a party in the palace happening, but it's not a great place to party, I guess. But conveniently enough, we're actually going to hit a farming level on top of that. Mainly just doing this for the total level because the experience-wise, this is pointless, but we can grow cabbages, so that's okay, I guess. We do have a bunch of flips coming in, which I thought was worth noting. Super attack we bought for 500K and sold for 625 after decanting. The energy potions we got for 682 and sold for 735. Only 60K there. And we have a couple more of the decanting flips coming in, but they're a little messy just because of the way I had to sell them. And we also flipped a Bucket Helm G. It took a while, but we made about 150K on that, which is whatever. Pretty good, I guess, for the price. Now, one thing I wanted to do is actually level up my smithing. So we're going to be casting the superheat item spell, but we're going to have to do a couple tests to see what experience rate is the best, because I know it's kind of expensive. Okay, there's level 5 smithing. Currently we're getting about 10k an hour, and not sure how much this is costing us yet, but I think iron ore will be more cost efficient. But yeah, this isn't too bad. We can actually spam click this, which is kind of nice. There we go, 10 smithing relatively quickly, still doing the bronze bars, and these 500 will actually get us to 15, which is nice, and then we can switch over to iron ore, but this is really expensive, although you could also take into account that we're getting magic experience as well. So we're just about to hit 15 smithing, and it's still going relatively quickly. We can now start smithing the iron bars, but we are, I don't want to go as far as to say we're hemorrhaging money, but we are definitely losing money. I don't know if my account's at the point where I want to start investing a lot of money into the skills. I want to be making money from them. Okay, so we're on to superheating iron, and we're actually going to hit a mage milestone because the magic experience is actually pretty good. We're getting about 90k an hour superheating the iron ore. Actually, it's closer to 80, but anyway, there is 50 magic. We can now cast fire bolt or fire banger or something, I don't know. Something better if we actually chose to use that in the guard, I don't know. Okay, and we're just about to hit once again another smithing level. We're going to go for 20 for now. If we really need to get the total levels later on, it won't be too long to actually level at 240, but it's kind of expensive, so I don't think we're going to actually follow through with this right now. But anyway, we got 20 easy total levels, and kind of figured this out for the future. So one goal I wanted to hit by the end of the episode was 70 fletching. So we're going to do our best to do that. We just finished 1000 U short bows combining from the U logs, and I do realize stringing the bows would actually be quicker experience and more money, but I just felt like AFKing, and it was much more AFKable to just create the unstrung bows. That being said, I think we only lost about 20 or 30k, so not too bad. Okay, so while we're waiting for the U logs to get fletched, and while I'm waiting, I'm taking a break to do a flip. We bought 4 of the Armadillo pages, and we're going to be combining them for a 100k profit on each book combination, which is great. I just went to a book fair last weekend, so it kind of gave me the inspiration here. 400k off of a 4 mil investment is really good, and yeah, so we're actually getting up to about 6 mil. I think by the next episode we should be able to hit the 10 mil mark. Okay. Fletching is starting to slow down a little bit, but we are actually going to hit 70 fletching just from fletching these U longbows now, I guess we're on to. And, sorry, I think now we can fletch the U longbow, yeah. We're doing a bunch of U short bows, but we're not going to lose much money, and now we're going to be profiting whether we fletch or string them. But honestly, it's going to shave 3 hours off of the entire process if I just decide to string them, so we probably should just go ahead and do that. Okay, and we managed to get one more level for fletching. There's 71. We can now make Dragonstone tipped Runite Bolt. I have no clue if that's going to be profitable at all. I've never actually tried it, but that's enough for today. I don't think I can do any more fletching, but we did make pretty good progress. Okay, so I got a good idea for how I can actually train my agility up quicker, and on top of that, we also did get all our offers come through, which is nice. But the idea is, well, I was training with 1 toy mouse, but why not increase that to 5 toy mice? And that way I can just release them all in a confined area, and then I'll just spam click on all of them, and I think it'll be better experience. Doing it at the Grand Exchange is a dumb idea, so we're going to go over to the Varrock Palace. What am I doing with my life? I'm literally in a corner picking up toy mice and releasing them for myself. It's kind of depressing if you think about it too much, but apparently the limit is 5, so you can't put more than 5 on the ground at once. But yeah, basically I just release them all one at a time, pick them all up. Sometimes it takes forever. Maybe I'll actually upgrade to a summer pie. That's kind of funny. But anyway, once I get them all into the inventory, I just have to right click, or actually sorry, left click to wind them all up, and then right click to release them. It's a bit of a pain, but it's the only way I can actually train agility, so I guess we're going to do this maybe till 5 agility for now. We're going to have to space this out though. Okay, there we go. We finally got an agility level about to come in. This is a little bit infuriating to catch these mice. But there is 4 agility. I think we're just going to go for 1 more for now, and then probably level it up as needed because we're not actually unlocking anything with agility. It's just for the total levels pretty well. Okay, there is 5, pretty much 5 agility. I think we're capping it at about 3k agility experience per hour, so you thought training agility was bad? Regularly. Don't even get me started on this. I guess you could argue the agility shortcut at the Grand Exchange is available, but it doesn't give experience, and it's kind of cheating, so I'm not going to do that. But unfortunately, the only agility shortcut that would be available is in the sewer system, and that is like 50 agility, which is just It's not going to happen. There's going to be so many agility levels for that. And to round out my skilling gains for today, because I cannot suffer any more of those agility levels, we're going to level up our crafting a bit. We were just at 50 crafting, but I think we'll try to get it to 55 for today. Again, we're just doing the glass blowing, which is reasonably quick and not too expensive. It's about 80k an hour crafting experience and only about maybe 75 to 100k in material costs, so it's really not that bad. But there is 55 crafting, pretty quick. We can now cut dragon stones if we wish. Alright guys, I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. So we're going to start off by looking at how much money we're ending the episode with. Now we started with about 4 mil from the last episode, and we're ending with about 5.7 plus some extra stuff in our inventory. Now that's about a 2 mil profit, but keep in mind we did spend some of that money as well on leveling up a couple various skills, mainly smithing and I guess a bit on fletching. But yeah, so that's pretty good for our money, and now let's go have a look at our skills. Okay, so having a quick look at our skills, we finished the last episode at about 500 total levels. We gained about 70, or more close to 65 I'd say. The bulk of that coming from fletching, which we got to 71. We got our combat skills for our strength to 40 from 30. Our attack to 35, we got 20 smithing levels, and we got some crafting levels as well, an extra 5 levels to round that out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thanks again for sticking around all the way to episode 6. Really excited to continue the series, and yeah, see you guys in episode number 7.